What chunga? What chunga? What chunga?
VIPs take those seats as well. So I'm going to request the first 6 to 7 rows, if it's reserved or if it doesn't have, if it has your name on it, obviously stay there. All the lovely VIPs, leaders, lovely ministers, and supporters of FICQ can come and take the seats over here. I also ask you to stay back. We're going to have some amazing performances throughout the night. We're also going to have a DJ playing as well. So while you enjoy the food and of course
and supporters of FICQ.
A huge round of supporters of FICQ as well as the FICQ team. Throughout sport.
They launched in the beginning of the year. And the South India.
Talk about the organisation that has put this on. Think about what this was like a quarter of a century ago in a state like Queensland, and somehow a team of people brought together different groups who come from different regions and were different about sport. Some are about welfare, some about celebrating culture and food, but all have one thing in common. You are proud of where you come from.
Momos.
You may not believe it, but I believe it. Unlimited natural resources that somehow gave to us a wonderful climate. We have a wonderful climate. You all know that we have 60,000 kilometers of ocean frontage. with hardly any habitation. The fish is having a wonderful time because nobody wants to catch it.
Wonderful Indian Australia who has achieved so much for not only our state but for our nation. Thank you, Chairman, for your leadership and your wise words as always tonight. To the parliamentary colleagues that are here, it's wonderful to follow from our new Premier, David Crucifulli, the grandson of migrants, a true believer in multiculturalism, as are my parliamentary colleagues, the Honourable Peter Dutton, the Leader of the Opposition, the Honourable Shane Newman and Senator Paul Scar. Let's give Paul Scar a big round of applause. The best senator in Australia. Absolutely anything. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Happy Diwali.
Very much. And also, if I can request Mr. Krishnan Menon, the Secretary of FICQ, to honour him on stage tonight.
Leader of the opposition.
Team who are up here on stage before, you embody a wonderful culture and the FICQ do an amazing job each year. This is the 14th Diwali that you have presided over as an organisation, and you have enriched the culture here in Brisbane, in Queensland, and at other ceremonies around the country in a way that we should be very proud of. So thank you very much for hosting us so executive. Can I acknowledge also the Premier, who's now had to leave, but I think it's significant that he was here as his first public engagement with a community group, and to choose to be here on Friday night, I think sends a very clear message of his enthusiasm for the Indian community here in Queensland. It was wonderful to see him up here on stage. Thank you also to build the home to many, many people of Indian heritage. The culture, the work ethic, the entrepreneurialism, the dedication to culture and to a way of life is something that we really do truly honour at this time of Diwali. And I want to say thank you very much for being involved in the community, and to Maha Sin family as the patron democracy.
Click on the link below for more part 2, part 3 of Diwali celebrations in Queensland, Australia. Best wishes, all is well.